Sheffield crowd getting in the party spirit, why not? Barney on a high after that 7-5 victory over Dave Chisnell earlier on. Lapping up the atmosphere here at the Motorpoint Arena. It's been some night of darts. 3-ton plus checkouts in that first game between him and Dave Chisnell. What will this one have in store? Got to say, Peter Wright in fine form. You wouldn't know that he'd lost his first match 7-4 to Gary Anderson. And credit to him as well. The hair slightly changed from the first match. The trousers changed, the shirt changed as well. His partner Joe's done a fantastic job on the outfit and the hair, and he's ready to go into battle for the second match of the evening. Commentators Rod Studd and Wayne Mardle.
Thanks, Dave. Changed his hair, changed his outfit. He'll want to change the result of the first match. He lost to Gary Anderson 7-4. Barney won. Here we see, look. My goodness, he's been at the venue for over 6 hours and he's still got the moves. Well, he'll want to have the moves on the hockey because this could be a disastrous night for Peter Wright. He was near the top of the table in second spot, and 2 defeats would put a real dent in his playoff place. He's trying to earn that. The thing is that confidence breeds confidence, but also the other way round. You start getting beat, you doubt yourself.
Played twice in the night. How tough is that, Wayne? Goodness knows you found it difficult enough to play once a night.
I just take it. Carry on.
But it does make a difference, doesn't it? Because you got yourself up for one game, you come all the way down again, and you've got to get yourself up again for another one right at last knockings.
Yeah, like I said, Peter's been in for over six hours now, so you've got your adrenaline goes up and then it goes down, and you've got to stop yourself feeling tired. You've got to eat right. Preparation's got to be spot on. And Barney's done all this before, but Peter Wright hasn't.
137.
Well, strangely enough, Peter Wright beaten by Gary Anderson, but averaged 98, and Barney winning his game, averaging 94.
100
against David Chisnell. So Peter Wright actually played better statistically than Barney, but it's all about getting results. It's all about hitting doubles.
127.
Yeah, the feeling of winning, there's nothing like it on the big stage. Well, we took out 161 against Barney to get a draw the last time they met. That would have been uncanny. 2 legs running against Barney would have been a 161 finish. Amazing.
Well, he must count there before. Anyway, he's left double 16. Well, the first one was way off, and he couldn't make the readjustment. You
do not want to be giving your opponent chances in the first leg. It doesn't bode well for the match. Got to move over. That's awkward. That is a superb dart. Peter Wright breaks.
Peter to throw first. Game on.
Well, like Dave Clark said, you wouldn't have known whether he'd won the first match or not. He's come on here and dancing away, and he's got all the zest in the world.
Well, when they met back in week 7, it finished 6-6. Barney really should have won. Led 6-5, went off 180 in the last leg. Peter Wright took out the 161. Barney has broken his sequence of draws earlier this evening. Had 5 draws on the spin before he rocked up at Sheffield.
91.
Got the win earlier tonight against Chizzy.
These two have played each other on 7 occasions. It's 5 wins to Barney, a win for Peter Wright and a draw. But what's quite interesting is the fact that those 5 wins for Barney all happened in the first 5 meetings. The last 2 meetings between them have been a draw and a win for Peter Wright. So he's definitely going the right way, Peter.
Very interesting.
I thought it was.
I'll be calling you Wayne Interesting Marvel. You can almost discount any form for Peter Wright or any results for Peter Wright beyond the last 12 months, 18 months at most.
Yeah, anything from late 2011, early 12. Forget it, you're right. Double 8. Another ton plus finish. from Barney. 3 in his first match, now another. Peter Wright had a 1-3-6 in his first match as well.
Yeah, when they met last time, I mentioned the 161 from Peter Wright, but there was a 156 from RVB also.
140. 44.
Well, there we see. I've learned who he is now, Rod. We didn't know him earlier. That's the Marshmallow Man from the film Ghostbusters.
Very interesting.
I'm glad I sorted that out for you.
60.
To the point of being fascinating. There he goes. Here he goes, Peter Wright. Looking for trebles.
140.
Now, Phil Taylor up to 4th in the table after that win over Adrian Lewis. And his form has come back. And the twinkle in his eye returned, I thought, after the match when in conversation with Dave Clark. There looked a verve, a joie de vivre about Phil Taylor.
Yeah, I agree. He liked it.
140.
One apiece here. No one running away with any leg. Barney may go ball.
105.
He's 96. He loves anything with a 36 combination. Took out 2-ton pluses in his first match, ending
59.
with that
Ranger
double.
196.
Can he take out 96, ending with it? 60. Double 18. Got to go high on it. That's
60.
unlucky.
Peter
Well, the lesser spot is
118.
missed double 18 from the great Dutchman. Got to find the treble above that first act. Yes, now double 19.
99. Ranger 36.
But he just missed 2 darts at 36. Odds would suggest that he will not miss again.
Gives on the third.
2-1 Barney.
Fourth leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
Weird from the Dutchman.
63.
Loose from the Scotsman.
Well, this is a chance to break.
55.
Not taken it so far. When your opponent starts poorly, you can sometimes try to force them in, try to put them in,
100.
because you know the opportunity has come about. And so often you'll see a player not take that opportunity.
$59.
Well, if Barney were to make it a darting double tonight and pick up 4 points,
60.
he'd move up to 15 points. That's only one behind the league leader, MVG, who would have a game in hand. But with Phil Taylor winning, A.D. Lewis is still up there
59.
as well. Peter Wright's position in the top 4, if he were to lose twice, Wayne, would come under real threat, wouldn't it?
It would indeed. And like I said, once you start getting beat, the feeling of winning can kind of leave you very, very quickly.
Peter Aguirre 144. $46.
Well, that's a real lacklustre visit. Will he be punished? Because a 140 or 180 would punish that visit.
$100.
Well, only the top, but it does leave a finish. Should Wright make a nonsense of this 98. Double 12.
86. Ranger Aguirre 128.
Treble 18 needed. Treble 20 now. I'll go back for the 18s to leave his 36.
92. Peter Aguirre 12.
Double 6, eastern side. Southern end now. Double 3.
Gives on the fourth leg.
In he goes.
Peter Wright.
Peter Wright has this way about him that is just minimum fuss. just gets on with it.
Borderline casual at times.
58.
Again, a leg being started with what a lacklustre fashion.
92.
Good cover. John Tart alluded to the fact that you have to keep piling the pressure on your opponent because eventually something will give.
182.
You just feel in this match that there's something about the consistency of Barney, for me, that
99.
says he may create a few more chances than Peter. That's up to press.
Picking off treble 19.
96.
That leaves a finish. So Wright needs a 140 or more to do likewise.
100.
Only 100
167.
will not be going for the finish, I'd assume. Well, he did with the first dart, but I mean, if he gets a dart at the bullseye.
131.
Left it again.
'60. Raymond Jerbois, 36.
He loves double 18. Well, he has a mild affection for it on occasion. Double 9.
18.
He hates it, man, he hates
Peter
it.
Roy, 150.
Oh, this would be a steal. 57, 57. Well, that is not what he wanted.
33.
And the way
Raymond
Barney
Jerbois,
starts
18.
laying the board, double 9, if he misses it with the first dart, could become problematic.
Gives
If you
on
don't
the
miss,
fifth
then there's no
leg.
problem, is there?
Six-legged Peter to throw first. Game on.
Next week, Barney plays Robert Thornton, Peter Wright plays Dave Chisnell, so they're up against the two cellar dwellers.
85.
But they will both have to play a game more than the rest of the field, remember, so the league table will look a little distorted. They'll have played a game more.
43.
If, just saying if, only putting it out there, if Peter Wright does lose this match, then next week just becomes even bigger.
100.
Interesting point. Yeah,
135.
it is an old cliche, isn't it? Losing is a habit, winning's a habit, and you know it's just the way it is. Once you start losing games, it gets very difficult to snap that streak.
140.
Especially when you've been through a run of not losing, which is what Peter Wright has been on. So losing 2 in a night would be a massive blow.
134.
For Barney, what a shot in the arm it would be to pick up 4 points in one evening.
Indeed. Peter Wright does not win this game. It'll only be one win in his last 5 outings.
100.
So a bit of a mini blip. Now Barney, 189. He miscounted on 169, ended up leaving 42 instead of 40 previously.
100. Peter Roy, 76.
Treble 20 needed. Double 8.
Gives on the
That
sixth leg.
is no dramas.
Peter Roy.
And that is a level game.
Seventh leg is Raymond to throw first. Game on.
Well, an enjoyable contest to end the evening's entertainment here in Sheffield. Well, we've seen wins for Barney against Dave
140.
Chisnell, for Gary Anderson against Peter Wright, for MVG, table topper against Robert Thornton, and for a resurgent Phil Taylor over Adrian Lewis.
100.
It's got to switch.
91.
And there we have it. Another cracking night of darts. Seems like every week is just special in the Premier League.
100.
This is how the table stacks up after those results. 2v3 in this match.
100.
But it's MVG top of the pile, as he has been for much of the league. Favourite to retain his title at the O2 at finals night.
80.
Phil Taylor into the playoff
Ranger
places for the first time this
170.
year. Ominous, Wayne. Ominous for the rest.
Indeed, that's 3 wins in 4 weeks.
98.
Well, the power made the point, quite rightly. All you have to do is finish anywhere in the top 4. There's no advantage for being top, second, third or fourth. It doesn't matter. Fourth is as good as first. Literally.
Being fourth, he would say that.
65. Raymond Dubois, 72.
Fair point. Fair point. 20 leads double 16.
56.
Well, Wright is on Barney's favourite, the old 156. He might give it the large one if he nails this.
Well, it's a bit more likely now. Well, that would be disappointing for him. And you heard him say, is that in? It's just a poorly thrown dart. Annoying when you've got such a great marker.
Oh, wonderful readjustment. First dart was not ideal by any stretch, but Barney pinned it. He leads again, 4-3.
140.
Well, this is a trait of Peter Wright's game. The 140s, okay, not in this match, has not been relentless like normal, but throughout this Premier League, it's not been the 180s, it's been the 140s and tons that have just made him a complete nuisance to whoever he's played. Only it's 180s as well. This is first in this match, and he's 19th in this year's Premier League.
Well, the last meeting finished in a 6-all draw. I wonder, will they repeat the feat? Well, has this leg in his pocket. Peter Wright.
Barney just looks disinterested as well, so
140.
he's got another 6 darts. Double 12 now. Said it before, I should say it again. We have a level game.
Another leg for the polka-dotted professional. 4 apiece.
140.
The look on Peter's face when he hit the treble 5 was
79.
one of, my God, what have I just done? It wasn't that bad, Peter. Got a switch and does perfectly. We see Barney still using the cut down flights. He still chopping him off himself.
Well, just 4 legs left in this match, including this one. Someone's going to have to win 3 out of the 4 to win the game. Draw must be favourite at this stage.
Good last start. Barney looking for a max to leave tops. Looking for a 140. Ton, Raymond.
100.
Well, 140 here would make it interesting.
100.
Well, you'd rather be on a 120 than 122, wouldn't you?
120.
Just got to find a red bit with one of his first 2. Above it. No, not below it. Well, chance.
PT require 122.
Should, I say should, have 1 dart at the bullseye at least. May have 2 darts at a double. Well, that is awkward. Moving right over, leads treble 18. Superb, moves back. What a roof Fraser this would be. Bullseye.
97.
What an effort.
Raymond requires 60.
Could hardly have been closer. Well, Barney, 20 for tops. Oh, just plonk it on top.
Games on the ninth leg.
If you would have said to Raymond van Barneveld, put a single 20 in the board when you require 60, he'd have put it right there. It was harder to miss than it was to hit. Hit, then miss.
29.
Well, Peter Wright has opened the door for Raymond van Barneveld with that opening salvo, if you can call it that, of 29.
100.
Barney a ton, even a ton has given him an advantage.
100.
Good chance here for Barney Wayne.
Well, he's already drawn 5 matches in this Premier League. He will not want to be drawing this. Like I said, 4 points from an evening of darts.
135.
It will be a Dutch darting delight. Or will it all go wrong for Wright?
Well, Raymond van Barneveld is now potentially just 2 visits to the hockey
138.
from guaranteeing himself at least 1 point, and that would make it at least 3 on the night. We'll switch here to avoid leaving a bogey.
137.
Peter knows he needs another treble, at least.
100.
Well, another 2 would be good.
Ranger 129.
Oh, that leaves double 18. His favourite. That's why it's his favourite. That's why he's the fans' favourite. And Barney will bag at least a point from this match.
Well, the dart that done it for me was the treble 12. The minute that went in, you're actually thinking, OK, you're going to get this, aren't you?
59.
And I can assure you that's what Peter Wright felt as well. That was majestic. He's had a 136 and a 129. But that 129
140.
was one of the best finishes of the night. Still sticking in.
81.
Adrenaline of it all.
44.
59 and a 44. The bookends of a 140. That's not enough.
Peter Wright knows. He knows now that he will have
45.
half a dozen darts to kill off 180, and then he'd come out throwing for the draw. 140 here would be delightful. Nice and high, Peter.
140.
We've seen players bust it.
I agree with you. He should have gone nice and high, and he did. But Barney will be disgusted. This has been the worst leg of the match just when he needed a real good one. Tops.
Gives on the 11th leg. Peter Wright. For 12th and final leg, it's Peter to throw first. Game on.
As you said, Rod, Peter will now be throwing first for a point. Got to say, it's looked unlikely all the way through. But when push comes to shove, he's got some guts, he's got some bottle, this man.
93.
Well, Barney will be disgusted. He'll feel he's bodged a golden opportunity to make it 2 wins on the night, if he doesn't win this leg against the darts.
97.
At one point, Barney was averaging a ton, Peter Wright 89. Peter has upped his average to 97. Barney 95, so quality contest, but
83.
full credit to Peter Wright here. He just refuses to give anything away. Barney taking his time. Trying, in my opinion, to put the darts in. Just got to flow, Barney, you know that.
125.
Well, this is a massive leg in the Premier League season for these two players. They're both in contention for the playoffs.
100.
So a point lost or a point gained here by either player could prove pivotal when we look back at the league ladder at the end of the season.
I think it will. I think it's going to be that tight at the end. 16 round robin matches. Could well be sorted by legs difference.
85.
Want to come down here for the 19s, because even the singles not bad. The trebles even better though from Barneveld.
140.
Well, their meeting previously, that man took out 161 for a draw. He's not going to take out 140 for a draw.
50.
For a perfect night
142.
for the Dutch darter Barney, 42.
Double 16 then, to complete a haul of maximum points. He wants double 8, and Barney, Dutch delight. Dutch double delight as Barney wins twice on a night to pick up 4 points. Peter Wright beaten twice, a real shake-up at the top of the table, and RBB has had a dream night in Sheffield.